Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to another Zelda 1 Randomizer random percent tournament match for your 2020 tournament. We have today MagicFriends and Angel FM in an elimination match. Really, these guys have caught some tough matchups to be putting themselves in this position so quickly. Angel took Adiginos to 3 games, and MagicFriends had his own hard-fought battle in the winner's bracket as well to get here, and it's come down to this today. Joining me in the broadcast booth is that guy who put Angel in the bottom bracket here. Adiginos, how you doing?
I am good, but Fury is actually going to step in for me so that I can watch my kids. So y'all enjoy his voice.
All right. Well, it's good talking with you.
Sorry, buddy.
It's all good. Hey, Fury. What's up? Congrats on the win. Oh, sorry. Spoilers for those who didn't see it, I guess. But, yeah.
We'll talk about that at some other point, but it's definitely time to watch, hopefully, what's going to be a little bit of a longer sea between these two.
All right. The race is ready to start now, so we should be underway within moments. Of course, we'll have to first figure out our starting Triforces and starting items. So we're starting with Letter in the Power Bracelet, and that's 2, 8, and 4, assuming first quest dungeons. Triforces.
Yeah, I'll market that for now. We'll see what happens as we go along here.
Looks like we got shuffled shops, candle, arrows, and bombs all in the shop right next to our starting location. And we've got a second quest, Overworld. We already know that.
Yeah, I would be a little bit surprised if our runners didn't kind of trend towards the starting screen in this particular seed, because that's usually a 50-50 flag for the sword, and it's kind of important to get that so that you can get through some screens a little bit easier.
Yeah, the sword, of course, is super important, and with basically a 50-50 chance of it being at start, that's understandable priority. Hope we got an old woman up there if we want to buy a potion sometime soon.
Yeah, I think both will probably hold on to their prescription for a little while before activating that, but I think it's actually blank, so perhaps it's not quite the punishment it once was to load that screen.
Oh yeah, it is blankins. So no sword at start, which means we're gonna have to find that. We're gonna want to trend towards open caves, and we're probably also gonna want to get to that Armos item as soon as we can, as MagicFriends takes a death. You always want to head towards the grave Armos as soon as you can, I think, because the Armos item is most likely to be there. Even if it's the power bracelet, at least you know, I suppose, and you can use it for power bracelet stuff. Oh, you've already got the power bracelet. But you know what? Maybe we could take an any road up there and just double check and make sure that it's not shuffled.
I think that, especially with it being full second, the power bracelet could be potentially interesting if it's also the Armos screen, because that may open a couple more caves to be sword viable in the event that it randomly toggled that flag on as well.
Well, we started with the power bracelet too, so yeah, that's true. Yeah, there is the extended sword placement option. MagicFriends is not heading towards the grave that will open in second quest. I'm not sure that he's thinking about this yet.
Yeah, in a lot of seeds I've seen runners get a first or second quest, but they trend to not actually want to believe that for a significant amount of time, even if that's level 3 first quest screen that ends up being second quest. It makes it all second quest. I think it's just unfamiliarity and wanting to make sure that they don't make any mistakes by not pushing the other one as well.
Looks like extra candles are not on in this seed. So we see Angel will grab a heart container, probably take any. So they're going to need to look to buy a candle unless they happen to come across the red candle at some point. We do see that the Armos are shuffled. We got a cheap bait there, 45. And it's just a power bracelet.
Well, that's not very fun, but at least now he knows that power bracelet is off the table for any dungeon items.
So, our next assignment is to keep looking for that sword, mostly. Most open caves are now in the north, or the east, especially northeast. So I would imagine we'll try to head in that direction. And like Fury said, it's possible that the extended sword placement type flag is on, so we might actually find the sword under a power bracelet spot. But at the same time, we haven't seen any inroads yet, and it's pretty good chance that the inroads aren't shuffled. So 4 of the 7 power bracelet spots might just be inroads. And we do have a second quest overworld here, which means that the money is going to be bad. And it's possible that the 100 secret, there's only 100 secret, it might be buried somewhere. So they might have trouble getting candle, like I did when I was playing in my last tournament matches.
The biggest concern I see so far with this seed is the requirement of the candle purchase plus already kind of low money in second quest. If the dungeons also happen to roll some second quest in nature, you would actually see a couple of big blocks, so suddenly you start spreading an already thin amount of money, potentially even more thin.
Yeah, now if I were in Angel's position there, I would have gambled away my last 12 rupees.
So it's just a real question now of which cave specifically this sword rolled into. Got, I think, still another one up on Death Mountain for open caves, and then we also have some left kind of spread out amongst the Armo statues and one or two beyond the Lionel screen up there by the vanilla prescription shop, because Angel tried to get up there and could not quite make it past that screen.
Yeah, we're also going to need to find some dungeons at some point. I don't think we've seen one yet. No idea which dungeon quest we're working with here. Oh, I don't know if there was a loser's remorse flag for this one.
I can certainly take a look real quick.
Got an angel clipping into the HUD here. It's fun. Now, I don't know what was on the coast there. Didn't get a view of it. And was it the bow, maybe? Because it really didn't show up.
Yeah, I didn't quite get a view of it myself. Just tried to determine what their flag set was for this one.
Yeah, no, that's understandable. It looks like Angel is heading to 2 as well, so he obviously has not determined the overworld from the level 3 location either. And Angel takes death.
It looks to me like it was the permanent sword beams is fully checkmarked for this race, so I suspect that MagicFriends wanted that on, since I believe he was also looking at that as a remorse in his last round.
Alright, so should make combat a little easier. I guarantee that there will be a sword somewhere in this flag, or in this seat.
Yeah, there's a chance that there's only one sword in this seed, but yeah, it's kind of strange that we haven't stumbled upon it across either runner just yet.
Yeah, it might be over by level 5.
I think the HUD clip that Angel FM just did is my favorite one to use, especially with a whole bunch of Lionels and he-hats and nonsense on the screen below it. Or I guess it was levers in this case.
Yeah. Lionels and levers is not a good combination. Because this lever is not going to let him go down. You just gotta power through. Well, he did the best with what he was given, I guess.
Yeah, the half heart damage is something you have to accept on that screen when you come down from it. But unfortunately, the Lionel also took advantage of him, but should be able to refill here shortly at least and do some more checks before having to up A or go to Death Mountain East to look at that one check.
Yeah, let's make sure that he pushes this wreck here, and he does. Just a bomb and arrow shot. Oh, he could buy that bomb. Maybe was it 32? I don't know that you want to buy the bomb, but it's awfully tempting. That Lionel is playing amazing defense.
Yeah, he wants to go to one spot and one spot only, and that's exactly where Lionel's parked it there for a good while on it.
Oh, there's just a heart on the coast. Okay. Alright, there's our sword. In the vanilla white sword cave. We got some increased HP on those Tektites. That's for sure. So next priority is probably trying to get some bombs. Oh, nice. The blue mobs have rolled down it and they still have bombs, so that's a godsend right there. Also, these blue Tektites falling easily. I would have maybe killed a few more of them. Tried to get up to 6 so we can get some more bombs. Hopefully Angel is counting and ready to force a bomb here. Well, he's at 1, so... Looks like MagicFriends is also heading in the right direction. He's gonna get his refill and then head over and surely get that sword as well. Ooh, Lionel much friendlier to him.
Yeah, what I will say though is we even have MagicFriends, he's been around for a good little while at this point now, but I was looking back at the prior Random Percent tournament where we had mini runners that were kind of working through how to do screen scrolls and trying to figure out whether a pirouette worked for them and how to set that up. And now you have this tournament a couple years later where all of our runners kind of have the screen wrap down pat, they have the block clipping down pat, and they've even got some other tricks that they have up their sleeve. So it seems like the community's come quite a long way in these past couple of years.
Yeah, for sure. The way that they pull out these screen scrolls is impressive. Looks like Angel is trying to get the rest of his money for a candle here. He is still 10 rupees short. But at least now he has 7 bombs, so that's pretty nice. We got these blue moblins right to right a start, which is super useful. Depending on how this seed goes, we might end up seeing them kill these blue moblins a ton of times.
Yeah, as you said earlier, I think maybe I would at least check to see what the values look like in the gambling games. But this is going to work out fairly well for him as he'll continue to get bombs and 5 drops.
Yeah, I mean, we're about to get money for a candle, and then we'll have bombs, and then I wouldn't worry about the gambling too much for now. Gambling is a good idea in theory, but sometimes it doesn't always work out that well.
Yeah, I just like to check to see if it's got, the -8, -12, plus 70 kind of distribution that it occasionally will run for you. And if it does one of those, sometimes it's useful, but other times, quite often at least, it's not. But now Angel has his blue candle, so it's not quite as important for him to be looking to that method for money.
Let's see if MagicFriends bombs this screen. Nope. He has apparently convinced himself that it's second quest.
And at 17 minutes, we found a dungeon. Hooray. and it's kind of sort of looking like it's a first quest 4 to begin with.
We even got Keys dropping a key in the room left to start. Can we open this door? We'd have to come in from the top. I don't know which overworld screen this was on.
We cannot, and that is because it's the burn bush that you transition between Deadwoods and the grave area to avoid the northwest south.
Yeah. It looks like drops might be unshuffled. We got a heart in the Gliok room in 4. Oh, we got Wizrobes, though. A little low on HP. Looks like about 3 HP each.
Yep, that's a good first indicator, I would say, for Angel FM that perhaps the important drops will stay at least with their rooms going forward. So I would prioritize looking for each Vanilla Dungeon's heart drop location room. Clear those as often as possible.
Yeah. Looks like Angel's heading up to Death Mountain now. We are key locked out of 4, so gonna have to return to there once we have some keys. At the same time, 4 is it's gonna be a dungeon that we don't have to complete, so we maybe should have just kept that key that we found in there and not used it on this outdoor. I can understand it being tempting to head in, because if 4 very well could have the ladder.
Yep, I was just about to say the same thing. I think he was probably tempted just a little bit to try and get past the initial key block to see if there might be a ladder quickly if the items did not shuffle as well. But we're not sure on it.
Oh, we found the 100 secret, huh? So the money is unshuffled. Angel's got a lot of bomb spots up here to work with. MagicFriends not going to use the key glitch, or is he? Let's see. Oh, he's realized now. Well, this is a fun start to 7. Looks like we got a second quest 7 here, huh? Oh, thankfully those souls roll down. That makes this room much easier to deal with.
Yeah, I would be very quick to bail out of here, though, because we had our Triforce marked as 8, thinking it might all be first or shapes, but if it's second, then I think that makes this dungeon a little less valuable, although he can't get a key there.
Yeah, he's got a key at least. So MagicFriends just doing the exact same things that Angel already did in level 4. Ignoring that 5 rupee drop, though. Oh, we got a boomerang at 7. Items are shuffled.
Well, yeah, that's very good information to get out of level 7 in only a handful of rooms.
Yeah. And it's definitely time to get out of there. You got a key, you found the item, you don't need the Triforce. Time to move on with life.
Looks like he's just getting himself situated a little bit.
Yeah. It's still possible that the boss heart shuffle is on, but it's kind of unlikely. I wonder if Angel is trying to kill some of these guys so that he can get to the bomb count on that blue moblin right there, because he saw a clock drop, and I'm wondering if he tracks that sort of thing.
It's hard to say. I think maybe he was just worried about the Lionel beams coming in from the one path with the clock.
I think he was trying to work up to 6th on that blue moblin, but he had the fairy override the potential bomb chance there, so it was a nice strategy for him, but didn't work out. curious if we'll see them grab a potion at some point. Oh, we got another dungeon here, and it's level 1. This is a great find.
It's on a screen where he can also pirouette that key out of the way, so that'll make for one less key blocking one at least.
Yeah, he could have gone up, come back down, cleared the key door, and then gone up into the key block room and up an aid to open the bomb block wall, and not had to use any resources to open those doors. He kept his one bomb. But something to think about for next time, I guess. Looks like enemies might not be shuffled within their dungeon, maybe? Actually, that might not be possible. Because Oh, yeah. I think it is. It might just be that enemy groups are shuffled, but not actual enemies. So, yeah, like this is the normal 3 Korea room at the top of level 1. So this will be a key there.
Yep, so enemies don't appear to have shuffled too much between rooms, but they have shuffled between which grouping they're in. And the park container did drop in its vanilla location, or vanilla room, I should say, for level 1. So I'm inclined to believe that will continue to be the case at this point for the drop location for items in the specific dungeons.
Yeah, it's certainly looking that way. MagicFriends following Angel right into level 1. Looks like he has opened the door at the top. We are going to need to use some keys at the bottom. We found it. The Triforce. Unfortunately, we got a ladder block in that direction, so we're going to have to use the key this way. We know that because that's a dark room, it's not going to have anything important. Ooh! Wow. Double ladder block in level 1. And then there's an old man in the middle, I think, so we can't get anywhere here. It's really rough.
I mean, I've seen the tea room go in a couple times to level 1, but it is certainly a little bit more rare to see that one actually show up.
Another ladder block. Wow. There's not going to be anything important here, but... Wow. So we can still go up and get the Triforce at least. And then, depending on what the recorder does, maybe that'll take us back here later if we need to get some items. But yeah, it sure looks like both items are ladder blocked.
I'm a little surprised he did pirouette the top door for the Triforce, but it may also come back to help him if recorder done is on instead. So I'm not sure I would have done the same thing in his shoes, but it could also pay.
So MagicFriends about to discover the bad news on his end as well. After wasting a couple keys, I'm sure.
Yep, so it's... I guess both runners, are going to have to go find... we don't need a ladder, perhaps, but we need to maybe look at level 4 again, now that we have a key. If he saved the key, he can just get past this door and see what's there, and if he doesn't like it, he can try out of it.
Alright, this is promising. Could be the item right here. Could be a really tough room at the same time, so we'll see what Angel does here. But I feel like you've got to commit to it at this point.
Yeah, it's not one of the extreme difficulty sets of the room, so it's worth trying to clear at least a couple more times, but it's not particularly fun to have a hole entrance at the bottom when you could otherwise potentially scum the room a little bit easier with the doorway there.
Yeah, it looks like it's just a 5 enemy room, so could be much worse. I would grab that heart and do exactly what Angel is doing. But there's a key you can grab too and come out of here. Net on keys. And that's not the item.
So let's see if Angel leaves this key on the ground. Well, I was going to say, let's see if it leaves on the ground.
Sure.
It's a tournament race, and there's a lot of things going on, so it's understandable that he may not have been too focused on the Canada Key scenario. And also, this room could be a little bit frustrating to pull it off in if the likes walk turn around a lot on the play.
You know, I did see you lose a race recently because of not doing the Canada Key. So
I lost that race for like, I could point at like a dozen different things I did that were quite poor. Yeah. Canada Keying is definitely a technique that could be used to increase your ability to climb through a dungeon.
Yeah, MagicFriends is really struggling with his bomb count here. Fortunately, we got these blue moblins to try to get some randoms, and they didn't give him any. They didn't give much of anything at all.
And we'll lead him to come back up here at some point, but he's actually not missing out on too much in Western Death Mountain based on what we saw from his opponent.
Yeah, it's just tough to want to come all the way back up here. But it's not so bad when you've got level 1 right here, because if you're coming back up here to check those caves, you can come back up here to check level 1's items at the same time.
Oh man, this is kind of a required maze room to get to the other side to see what the item is. He's going to have to make it all the way to the right wall to bomb, because right above him is a Chevy. Unless he goes down, perhaps?
Yeah, there's some more rooms to explore to the south here, so you might want to do that first.
We'll have to burn the key because of this tea room.
Right, yeah, that is
right.
the tea room, so...
But he hasn't seen anything worth really keeping in this dungeon. So, well, I guess he's actually up a key already. So he'll leave with key neutral.
Yeah, there's no reason to reset or anything. I guess this could be a staircase room. Let's just not die.
Yeah, there's definitely some value in clearing this until you know what the whether or not the second quest stairs is on, because you can save a key if it's true, and it is.
Well, the second quest stairs is not a flag. That's a thing here. It's just that randomized rooms is always on. Oh, we got a bow in for. Not the ladder that we were really hoping for, but still pretty useful.
It's especially useful if MagicFriends decides not to really worry about level 4 for a little while, and again ends up in the end being required, or Golas, or...
Yeah. Oh, MagicFriends is just going to go buy some bombs, it looks like. Oh, and some arrows. That's funny. So, Angel's got the bow, and MagicFriends has arrows. That would be a good purchase for Angel, too. I'd like to see that.
So MagicFriends used a lot of his money to also acquire bombs, as we found second quest level 9, close to vanilla start, so it's always good to have that secure, know where that's at.
Yeah. Level 9 is the dungeon, you always have to find in these flags. You could end up finding a recorder, which takes you to all of the dungeons that you haven't beaten. Angel has full money. Sure would be a good use of that money to go and buy some arrows. And you'll have a good way to kill Pole's Voice as well as protection against any Goma blocks. And just a better weapon overall. White sword damage instead of just wood sword. Instead, he's just finding these money secrets and not being able to pick them up because it's already full. But if he happens to come across a blue ring, he could come back and pick up this money later.
Yeah, I suppose he's a little bit concerned about picking up some of this, or at least I would be concerned about picking up the blue ring just a little bit for the time being. But,
alright, he picked up the arrows. But he's, now he's got those secrets that he hasn't picked up, so I guess if he's concerned about money, he could have marked those down and come back to it later. So since it's second quest overworld, we're really going to be looking for that recorder. Oh, we've got bomb upgrades replacing the swords. That's the magic sword right there. So it's going to take between 10 and 14 hearts to pick that up. Pretty unlikely that we'll see them go back for that, but yeah, that's kind of bad news for them. That means combat is going to be a little tougher in this seed, with the wood sword capping it out. We found level 2 on MagicFriends' side. Not sure where that was.
So I believe the 2 rooms you'd be looking for here are the same palette.
Yeah, we're going to be looking
like
for the 4 BMO statue rooms. That the blue boomerang is normally in. Magic boomerang.